say amen. So we're going to leave from this place, and we will gather at our various polling places, and we're going to let the Lord know that we heard this message. Joshua, why are you still praying? You've got the victory. Why are you still praying? It's time to say amen. Mayor Bowser, thank you. Mayor Pratt, thank you to all of our honored guests today. Thank you. And now, it's time to say amen.
Amen. And my last point before we get into all this full-time begging here to see if the rich leaders of the world, not just the White House, but you got your monetary fund, you got your UN, United Nations, all these people around here. And you got the Treasury Department people going that way, not that way. The Treasury Department's that way. The other businesses or world leaders are that way to take the money. And you know why the Secret Service was formed? To stop counterfeiting of US dollars. They weren't formed to protect the president. Watch that movie Catch Me If You Can starring Leonardo DiCaprio. It's about check forging. That was the next thing. Then you got your credit cards, and now you got your digital. And now you got these $100 bills with metal strips in them that have been thrown all over the world in pallets by the tens of billions, by all these Congress people and fake-ass military who think they're going to hand all this money to their children and have it converted to some other shit. Ain't fucking happening. Oh, and all them people, when they get the plans to make a new community and a new bypass at a highway, and they got some dude from another country or some lady from another country opening 3 gas stations on the same corner. You know, BP, Wawa, and we could go Exxon Mobil or we could go Royal Farms, but they don't pay taxes for the first 5 years as immigrant business owners. So when you go to Social Security and it says, it was very difficult for me to become a citizen, but now I'm a citizen and a business owner, entrepreneur. Then after 4.5 years, they give it to another relative who comes over here and they don't pay taxes. But in creating those loopholes in the law, which have fucked over the tax structure of the United States, nothing else basically, that's the main one. That's probably 1/2 to 2/3 of the businesses. As much as they have those folks coming here, for every family of them, we've got 50 American families going to their countries where they change the laws to be the same, where the Americans don't pay taxes. So I'm guessing BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa are the main countries where they've done that. Now, what we have here is South Africa, Soweto, Israel, Gaza. So when we dismantle Israel the same way we dismantled South Africa, the children who are suffering and don't understand that they've been lied to since birth about all this bullshit about magic and righteousness and running everything and being all on top of people, well, they're going to have to talk to the people who survived apartheid, which is eyes that keep you apart. Your eyes are apart eyes, apartheid. Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye, oyez, 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 order in the court. Did you see that? Did you say that? Did you hear it? I did not see, I did not say, I did not hear. Oh, say can you see, not see, not see. So check out the swastikas in the ceiling of City Hall and then the halls of Congress and in your neighborhood, because the new swastika is the woven triangle, the Valknut. And as the swastika became illegal in Germany and Europe, they replaced it with the Valknut, which is the woven triangle seen here in Washington, D.C. in Ward 2, which is the Golden Triangle people. Look it up online. They're called Odinists. They're really just called white power, which brings me back to the Norsemen, the horsemen, and all that other evil shit, keeping people from walking over the top of the earth and trying to tell us we had to wait till 10,000 years ago for the Bering Straits to show up so people could walk across where the ocean is now. That's not happening. People just walked over the top for, I don't know, thousands and thousands and thousands of years. And that's just true. And they used horses and steel to overcome people on feet and people with brass and iron that they created to be substandard to steel. I think possibly firearms and sonic jets and space travel might be somewhat new, but hey, ask the people who told you we went to the moon in 1969 and broadcast live from TV when they jumped off, because guess what? We can't even broadcast that far with a TV tower today on planet Earth, let alone from the motherfucking moon in 1969. And if you don't believe me, just weld two of your SUVs together, put some rockets on it, and you fly there yourself, you dumbass. And then who put all the acid in everybody's water starting in 1969 or whatever they did? I guess it's that guy Owsley from San Francisco. Investigate that shit, you rainbow unicorn weird fuckers. So that's the hole in the tax structure. The whole injustice is that you take murderers, rapists, pedophiles who abduct children, and slavers who we like to pleasantly call human traffickers. We basically incarcerate those folks for 3 years to 12 years in this country, and then let them out to go back to the same communities where they previously did their stealing of people, their trafficking of people, their raping of people, and their murdering. And they always go back to the same community. And how do I know that? I used to be a fucking job coach. I also used to serve on the Planning District 16 Reentry Council, and I did work behind the walls, pre and post-release, and just for the system for DOC in Virginia, at Lunenburg, Coffeewood, and Haynesville. All prisons. Not top prisons, just medium-range prisons. Yeah, I did that shit. What else? Ask me for real rather than listening to dumb little children who spread rumors and giggle. Because this is real, it's for soldiers, not bitch asses who sign pieces of paper and trick everyone and then use code switching languages to pretend that they're from different parts of the world. They're just polyglots. And the rich kid polyglots are all children of billionaires and new school millionaires. Ha ha. Not anymore. Well, you are still, but not much longer. Those are shoes. There's a song that lots of people different sang. Nancy Sinatra and a few others. These boots are made for walking. They'll walk all over you. Ha ha. And really the last thing to add to that is we're in multi-generations of these higher education children. These are like Annie and Daddy Warbucks. These children don't know their real parents. Rich people will eventually say, we adopted you, it was for the best. And guess what? They snatch them up not just from the poor places in the United States. Now they snatch them from all over the world. They bring them here to get them doctorates and master's degrees and further higher education. And these children run around the world with apps on their phones controlling people with money, drugs, sex, and robotics inside their bodies. Created by the good people of NIH, Dow Chemicals, DuPont Chemicals, United States government, and guess who else? Westinghouse, Carnegie Mellon, and George Washington University. These children don't want to admit it. They walk through here every day with people that are not their parents, thinking their parents are some rich people traveling the world who can only see them once a month or once every few months. And they live in boarding schools. And when they're children, they go to places like private schools, like the Goddard School, and some of these STEM schools. You know, they say the problem with stem cell research is they take babies from abortions and part up the pieces and then use them for science and research. They're not actually. They're just taking the whole fucking baby. People complain about them killing babies in Gaza. Even the students in that university, George Washington University. I saw a sign in their window the other day. There's an abortion clinic half a block away. People need to learn critical thinking rather than weekend drinking and pill cocktails and cocktails. Cocktails? Think about the word por favor. It says por favor, for a favor. Language has been changed. And when you have people learning languages, foreign languages in the United States, we're taught to speak languages improperly by people who don't speak the foreign language properly themselves. They should probably get jobs as third grade teachers or managers of cheeseburger stores up here, like the grilled cheese store, that dick bag. These people harass people. He comes over and tries to get me arrested regularly. I wonder if he'll try it today. Anyways, back to my begging. It's pronounced Vizdos, and anybody who tells you to pronounce it differently is spreading a fucking thread of knowledge through the society to say my name the wrong way. And if you're speaking it like the people at the homeless shelter or the halfway house where I live in Anacostia called Valley Place, where a guy named Doug or Gus who works for fucking Georgetown University Law and Regina LaBelle, guess what? He pronounces it Vizdo. And he used to say peace until he heard my third ear constantly insulting him. Now he just shuts up when I walk by. That's right. Now I just get to chill out and be quiet. And I'm good at that too. Tranquilo de la manca. Tranquilo de la manca. Ha ha ha. I can also sing very loud. Very loud. And I like all kinds of music, just not music that I call bubblegum music, which means nothing. Or music for weak sauce individuals. That's a term for you, weak sauce individuals. Why don't you look it up in your Urban Dictionary if you're that much of a moron? Bye. Here's an example of how America ruins culture and laughs in the face of the world because they're so stupid to eat it up usually. Santa Claus. Claus, Santa. That means female saint. Santos is male saint. So when the fat man comes to your house named Mrs. Claus or female Saint the Claus and is going to come down your chimney to give you a present, and if you're bad you get coal, and if you're good you get presents, that doesn't sound good on Christmas or any other night at all. Remember also that there's people who like to go around and impregnate women so that their first child is theirs and then the husband gets the other ones. That's called first night in the king's way of old England or Angleland or Great Britain, France and all that shit, right? And if you don't believe that, then your brain, you think like a serf or a peasant or a peon. You're a peon or European. And so it's all in the language and how stupid you are if you don't want to believe it. And if you're upset and people just say calm down, like the little girl here just did, using her stupid asshole skills that she's hired to use to sit around me, she'll also say that she knows who her parents are and it's okay that you don't because he's stupid. And they'll tell you to talk to a professional and get some meds. And if you don't get the meds, they'll just put it in your fucking food or water. Don't worry, kids. It's evil. And the American system of medicine is based upon 2 flying serpents wrapped around a stripper pole. So, do you want a saint, a female saint with claws, coming down your chimney and giving you coal for your fucking, to celebrate the fact that people are having babies without ever being pregnant? Did you know the Bible and the Quran and some of these other things were just created just before 1776? Ask Fairfax County. They were founded in 1742. And they've got the same logo as the nation of France, basically. Okay, now time to beg again because I'm crazy, which is actually true. I am crazy. I'm just not insane and I'm not dangerous. Why I'm not getting arrested. But why everybody from Reston is lying about me, Reston, Virginia, and their diplomatic children and friends from all over the planet, who knows why? I guess they thought they were going to inflate the national debt from $2 trillion and have a black president up to $35 trillion because everybody's stupid. We're not stupid, and neither is President Obama. You're not doing it. We're taking back what you tried to steal. Fuck you all. And that's not said nicely at all. I don't like pencil pushers who lie to the world. I really do not. Especially who lie to the elders, to the veterans, to the children, and to the migrants who just want to live. They just want to live. And they're people, human beings. Ask yourself why there's a bunch of children in all your communities covered in shitty tattoos. And why there's a bunch of rich assholes with really nice tattoos, but they're all a bunch of pussies and assholes who basically hire drugged out freaks or let people out of prison to do their dirty. Or they get veterans who are troubled, put them on more meds, and they make them mercenaries. If you don't believe that, get some meds from either Johnson & Johnson, and Johnson means penis, if you look it up in the Urban Dictionary, Merc, which means mercenary for the military, and Pfizer, which is kind of a play on words because it starts with a P. If I just recorded the language, you'd hear people walking by going, yes, you do. You live here. Calm down. He is a house in Reston. People will actually say it out loud. I usually don't. I just be quiet. That's why I've only been sent to jail a couple of times. Because I only freak out on people enough to get arrested. And then they lock me up for as long as they want. Go, he's not dangerous. He's actually helping us. And they let me out. And I don't work for them. I work for God. Ha ha.